Hello my friends, Gene here from Regular Guy Mountain Biking, and thanks so much for tuning in to another video. This time around we'll be doing a product review. We'll be checking out the Hover drone. This is actually, I want to make sure I get it right because I get names wrong. It is the HOVERAir X1 Pro Max drone. I had an experience with a drone once before. I owned a drone for about 15 minutes. I turned it on, I watched it go up, and I watched it take off, and I lost it. I just, in 15 minutes, I basically just watched my drone just take off and I lost it. After that, I really was never into drones. This one was sent to me for a review, so I want to make sure that's pretty clear. I have to say that I'm incredibly grateful that this was sent to me because it's completely changed my opinion of drones altogether. So yes, this is in the drone category, but I basically would call this little tiny thing, which is just amazing how small this is. I would really put this in the category of a flying selfie stick. This is not the kind of drone that you see the DJI ones where you send it up and you shoot it out for a mile or two and you're doing, that's not what this is. This is more of a flying selfie stick. You'll use this to take care of fun pictures with your family. I use it for content, for mountain biking and for videos. So I want to make sure I kind of set the stage ahead of time. You're not going to see me take out some crazy big old controller with glasses and flying this all over the place. It's not that kind of drone, more of a flying selfie camera type of drone. What I'll be doing today is really covering the questions that were sent to me when I started telling people I was going to take a look and review this. It's packed with features. It's got tons of features, more than I could cover in this video. It would get too long, no one would even watch it. So I'm going to focus on how this little guy handles when it comes to mountain biking, how it does with the following of me in the trails. And that's really what I'm going to focus on in this particular video. I'll put more Instagram reels up and little YouTube shorts on other specific features, but let's just cover that today because it's probably the most important thing. If you're into mountain biking or want some fun content, maybe you're a content creator, would a drone like this be good for you? It's awesome for me, I love it, but let's see if it's the right one for you. So first things first, why I love this drone. It is ridiculously easy to use. There's a little button here, you hold it down, it turns it on, you'll hear it, it'll make a beep and make a couple noises. Come on, beep, make your noises. All right, you hear that? Okay, so current mode, cycling mode. Did you hear it say current mode, cycling mode? So to use this drone, you turn it on and you use these controls right here. I know it's hard to see, but you just gotta trust me over here and watch. If I change these, indoor follow. I'll put it closer to the mic. Cycling mode, ski mode, dolly track. You just set the mode you want. Ski mode, cycling mode. And you're done. So I have it on cycling mode right now. I have connected this to my phone because you can tweak the settings if you want to. You don't have to, but I am ready to go. I can just push this button right now, the center button. It'll take up, fly up, it'll lock in on me, and it will now follow me in cycling mode. Cycling mode is designed to handle tight trails. There's a follow mode on this, but cycling mode is designed to handle more of the areas it's going to have to, more challenging areas it's going to have to handle in the woods. So, but that's it. You do have a beacon that you can use to have it track you, and we're going to mess around with this today. You can also have it track via your phone if you want to, but you don't need any of these things. I can just take this thing and hit the button, and it's going to follow me. So let me just show you a quick clip of me doing just that. I've been using this for a little bit of time now, having some fun with it. Let's go cut to that video right now, and I'll show you how this followed me in the woods with no other features, just that. So let's go. All right, now one of the things you probably noticed in that video is that there was no bike sounds, all right? I put a little bit of music behind it so it wouldn't be just like nothing, but there's no noise. This isn't gonna record your bike. You know, you're not gonna hear the trails. This thing's back here someplace, right? This is not near you, and it's got propellers flying around. So you're not gonna use this to record your bike. Now, so how do you get sounds? This is what we're gonna mess around with today. You've got 3 ways. You can use well, I have an action camera in front of me. You could use your action camera to record the video in front of you and sync up the video later on. You can use the app on your phone and turn the recording on with this, and then this will now record the audio of your surrounding area and sync the video in. But what we're gonna do today is the beacon can actually record the audio. So now this is gonna be in the air. This is on my bike. It's got a little screen showing me how, what this sees, and this is gonna record the audio. So the other one didn't have any audio. I just wanted to try just this thing all by itself because I was asked multiple times, will this work all by itself? It works pretty darn good. Let's play around with it now with the beacon, and that's what we're gonna do today. We'll use this, and while I'm messing around with everything, I'll give you the pros, the cons, and we'll wrap up everything. So let's get this thing going. Let's get the hover up in the air. We'll do some riding, and let's go have some fun. All right, hopefully you can hear me. Hopefully you can see the drone. I'm trying to do this with my action camera here. So for the first test, we're just gonna do kind of a simple kind of ride the bike down the street type of thing. So I'm gonna come over here to the bike. Again, trying to make sure you can see everything. I'm gonna turn the beacon on. All right, so I'm turning the beacon on. This is a little display that shows me what the drone can see. So now it's asking for me to turn the drone on. So I'm gonna hold down the power button here. All right, it's turning on. While this is powering up, one thing I'll tell you is the battery life, it's a little bit tough on these things, right? This is the battery right here. It's pretty thin. You might have to charge batteries often. In fact, I keep extra batteries with me, so don't be surprised if you go through batteries pretty quick. But small price to pay for how well this thing does work. Okay, I'm trying to keep everything in frame. I'm sorry if it's out. Okay, connecting. Let's get this thing going. Okay, there we go. It's doing the beeping. All right, took a couple seconds and we are connected. So now, right now, it is connected. All right, if you can see this. Okay, I'm looking at me, looking at you, looking at me. How you doing? Okay, so I'm gonna put this, it's in cycling mode right now. I can click right here and change the mode.
Indoor follow, 360 spin.
Can you hear that changing? I'm gonna go back to cycling mode.
Cycling mode.
Okay, and then once I click this record button, it's gonna take off. So now I'm gonna turn around, and hopefully you can see this. All right, I'm gonna push the center button. It's gonna come up. I have this in close flat mode rather. It's gonna stay close to me, not too far out, and flat, not down too far and not too high.
Close. Cycling mode.
Okay, it's gonna go up in the air now. All right, so that is up in the air now. It's tracking me. You can see everything. I'm gonna come over here. Okay, you can see it. Can you see that? That's it right there. I'm also recording audio. I have the audio icon on. So now let's go for a little bike ride. Okay. Now you can, I don't know if you can see this. I'm doing the best I can here, folks. This is what I see, right? I can see the drone behind me. So let's go and do some riding. It's behind me right now, which is so cool. Okay. I'm just going to keep this thing low so you can see. It's not a great POV view from riding, but it's pretty cool. Now look, we have a branch right in front of us right here. Let's see what happens, okay? I'm listening. It went underneath it. It avoided the branch. It's still following us. That is crazy. All right? Okay, let's go for a little ride down the street here. It's right behind us. And I can see it right here, which is just so crazy cool. And here we go. We're just flying around with our own personal video assistant, taking some video footage. All right, I'll put this up a little bit more now so it's not so hard to see. Okay, we'll ride up the street a little bit. We're gonna go into the trails in just a minute because that's really what you want to see. I got it, yeah. But I just want to show you how quick and easy it was. You sync it up to the beacon, you push the button and you go, and that's it. All right, we're gonna stop here so I can get into the trails and record some other footage. Like I said, the battery life is, it goes pretty quick. So I have extra batteries with me. So now I'm just gonna come over here. Hopefully you can see the drone. Yeah, I'm gonna put my hand out. It blinks, it knows, and it landed. I love this thing. Okay, so let's get into the trails because I know you want to see that part. Hey, real quick, this is Future Gene. I want to talk about that noise, the wind noise. Look, on the HOVERAir, remember there's the app? Okay, in the app setting, I found a wind reduction option. It was actually on, but then there's an advanced wind reduction that I have not tried yet. So hopefully that knocks off some of the wind. Check Instagram, I'll be doing more testing. I may also try to apply maybe some kind of dead cat filter to the beacon to see if that helps. But that was live, so it is a little bit windy, right? There's a lot of wind noise when you record with that. I'll try other options and I'll post them on Instagram, but I wanted to let you know. Okay, folks, we are in the woods now. This is still not going to be super challenging for the avoidance of the hover, but it's still more trail-like. Now, one thing I'm going to say real quick for a con is that having to constantly, I'm going to go zoom in, pair this up every time you stop is definitely not fun. I can see how I would just use this thing and not the beacon and just kind of say, look, just record and go. But anyway, look, let's go and do it. I'm connected, I'm good to go. In fact, I don't even have to go and hit the center button. I'm gonna hold this thing behind me. I'm hitting the little red button here. All right, now it's recording off the camera. And now I'm gonna go and hit the center button to have it take off. All right, off we go. So like I said, that's a little bit of a pain having to repair it every time. I don't like that. So honestly, I don't know if I'd use the beacon all the time if I was gonna constantly going on and off, on and off. All right. Other thing is the mount that the beacon uses to mount to the handlebars. It shakes way too much. Way too much for this. I mean, it is bouncing all over the place right now. So I would have to use a different mount, or I don't know, think of something different. All right, so we've got a bunch of branches and trees in front of us. Let's listen, make sure it flies through everything. Flew through everything just fine. Just amazing, the avoidance, that mechanism inside the drone is just sick. And here I am. I mean, look, I'm just riding around. Let's pick up some speed here now. Doing a great job. All right, this next section is really going to be cool to use, so I want to stop the recording and start again. All right, I'll be right back. All right, we are back at it again. Here's our little drone. This section is going to be a little challenging. I'm not going to lie to you, I'm a little bit nervous. Up ahead, you can kind of see up there, a lot of trees, branches, and then it's going to be, well, you'll see. Let's just see how it works. Okay, here we go. Close, flat, cycling mode. Let's do it up. All right, it's on. All right, let's see how this works. Now, something I've learned when I've used this is sometimes you have to steer the drone when you ride the bike. meaning you know something's going to be in front of it. So you try to give the drone a break and stay away from that thing. So here, see, I'm a little nervous right in here. Let's hope this works out okay. All right, I mean, I'm riding in an area where if it gets dumped. So now look at this. This is really, really tight right now. Really, really tight. Now I'm going slow. I'm not pushing the drone. If I rode the bike too fast, it might have hit something. Now like this right in front of me, let's try to get rid of this. All right, let's give the thing a break. All right, its avoidance is really good, but you gotta work with the thing. But that worked very well. I can't wait to see that footage. So let's check in on the old drone. It's now at 57% battery power. Like I said, the battery is gonna go quick. So I'm gonna take this thing on many of my rides, including my meetup rides. I think it'll be a lot of fun to have with me. And even like today, I have all 3 batteries with me. I would maybe even get some more, especially if you want to use this in the cold. They've got battery packs to take with you to keep it going in the cold. Again, so much to cover, but let's just go and have some more fun. This is just working so well. So let's go play around some more. And we're going up the hill. Here we go. I gotta tell you, I almost never get any footage of me riding other than like from in front, because I'm either recording somebody else, so I ride behind them, or I'm just recording POV, like that type of stuff. But this is so cool to actually get some footage of me actually riding, so I can see, you know, what I can do. So let's keep going. I do know that it gets kind of messy up here with branches, a branch right above my head right now. Okay. We're good. More branches right here. This is going to be really weird. Okay, I didn't hear anything bad happen, so that's a good sign. How about this? Cross the bridge. Now this is very, very, very tight up here. So yeah, I am slowing down. So that's something to consider. If you want something that's going to follow you while you're flying through the trails, technology hasn't gotten there yet. But I'm not complaining, man. I think this is amazing for what it can do. Look at all this stuff I'm riding through right now. And it is able to keep following me the whole time. So, so impressive. All right, let's keep on going. I'll go a little bit faster now. I'm going at a decent clip, and here's some branches. Okay, I didn't hear it hit anything. Here we go. And I'm going 13 miles an hour. Now, I was told this thing can get up to like 30 something miles an hour. Now, you shouldn't be riding that fast in these trails anyway. You hurt somebody. But if you're out in the open, you know, go for it. Now I can hear it, whew, 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 flying around, avoiding things and staying on track. And I'm gonna stop up here, check the battery, and get ready for the next section of trail. So impressed with this thing. Here we are at another fun section that I've been wanting to record myself, actually going up. Now I can with the drone. So before I do that, I wanna mention a couple things. Again, this thing just fits in my pocket. I think I've made it pretty clear how little this thing is. This is the camera. It has an ND filter that slides on it. So I'm using, I think, an 8. You have multiple ones. It comes with a little kit. I gotta tell you, it's a bit of a pain in the neck to put these things on and take them on and off. You slide them in. It's a little bit, I mean, this is such a fragile section. So, again, I want to make sure I'm giving a very honest review. You clearly know I'm very happy with this drone, but there are certainly things you need to be careful of and be aware of. Okay, let's go up this section of the hill now. Drone is up. Red light on, locked in. Now we're at 34%, so when I get to the top of this hill, we'll be taking a look at the battery and maybe having to do a change. All right. Under the tree. Now I gotta tell you, that's pretty good. All right, let's stop. We're gonna start heading back now. This is Laurel Pond, right? Yeah, I think it's Laurel Pond. I know this trail, it's more like a kind of washed out fire road. So we're gonna go and hit that up and try to go pretty quick and have some fun with this thing. Locked in. All right, let's do this. Okay folks, I think now would be a great time to wrap up this video. So this is again the HOVERAir X1 Pro Max. That's the one that I had. You can go to the website and take a look at the different versions if you want. Look, real quick, let's wrap it up. Pros and cons. Pros, I love this thing. It's small, it does a great job. It's a flying selfie camera. I think it's awesome. I will use this a lot. It's so much fun. I thought the obstruction, right, the avoidance does a pretty damn good job. The beacon is a pretty cool accessory. There are more accessories. You can use this in lots of other ways. It's got tons of other features that I'll put up on YouTube Shorts and Instagram, but I wanted to show you on a mountain biking perspective. So thumbs up. Thank you, Hover, for sending this to me. This is awesome. It is now part of my kit, and I will use this all the time. Keep the party on the pedals, my friends, and I'll catch you in the next video.